What's up, everybody? It's the Bipolar Prophet, and welcome back to Old Ridge Farm and Farming Simulator 15. So today is Saturday. You guys will see this on Sunday, and the voting for Pick BP's next Farming Simulator 15 map will end at some arbitrary point Sunday afternoon. I don't have an exact time, so if you haven't voted and you're watching this on Sunday morning, please follow the link to the straw poll and vote. And if it's Sunday afternoon when you're watching this, thank you for voting. Yeah, I'm just going to pick some random time. A lot of you have voted. Thank you so much, guys. That's awesome. The voting is very, very close, and I'm going to have to make a decision. I've gotten some suggestions that I should play the top 2 maps. I may just do that. I don't know. But anyway, so this is Old Ridge. If you remember from the last episode, we were finishing up the potato harvest. That is all done now. And we got a pretty large amount of potatoes. If we go look at our inventory screen here, you can see that we ended up with 150,922 liters of potatoes. That was a bunch. Potatoes are good yield anyway, as you guys know. And, you know, even with my sort of fumbliness of the fields this time with soil management, the yield was still really good. So the first thing I want to do is wash this crusty bad boy up because it is filthy, and I want to wash it before I put it away for another season. If I leave all this mud and stuff on here, it'll just crust up and jam up all the hundreds of moving parts on this thing. So we're going to wash this first. And I had to go buy another pressure washer because the one that I had, I'd sold because I took down the wash pad. So I don't know where the sort of wash bit of this is. Maybe it's here, I guess. Guess we'll find out. Yep, that seems to be it. Every piece of equipment has that kind of magic trigger that if you just hold the pressure washer on, it'll clean, you know? So get all the gunk off of it and whatnot. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right. Oh, and we can go park this up. Not going to bother washing the tractor because I'm going to use that to cultivate anyway, so turn that off. The pressure washer is so loud. Now, where am I going to put this thing? That's the question. If I can find my mouse. Fire up the tractor. Where am I going to put this thing? I'd like to get it in a shed just because it has so many joints and so many moving parts and everything. Can I sneak past this? So you can see over here a giant pile of potatoes. I've got the Ford over here with the bucket on it. I moved some of the potato boxes over. The only reason that's not going to work. I'm not going to fit through there. The only reason I'm going to use the potato boxes, I sort of made a decision was that turn. Do not smash into my building. Yep, or smash into the building, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to use the potato boxes to just store some potatoes to plant next year, you know? I'm so focused on trying to back this thing up, I wasn't paying attention to what I was saying. Go figure, right? Okay, so I guess we're going to have to go out this way. I kind of forgot that I wanted to move this thing before I brought the potato boxes over there, but that's okay. I think what I'll do is, after I park this up, I want to cultivate these fields because I want to turn all the remnants of the potato foliage and the dirt and everything back into the soil. So I don't know if it necessarily gives you a nutrient increase at all. Probably not. I don't know. I know that one of the things you have to kind of point soil mod at is the potato haulum, the residue of the potato harvest. So I don't know if it actually provides a nutrient bonus or not, but I think I'm going to turn the fields anyway. Although I suppose I could just use my seeder, which is a direct drill, and do it that way. That may be better, actually. It may be more efficient in the long run than having a 2-step process just for alfalfa that I'm going to turn in anyway. Go figure. I come up with a plan, right? And then, you know, as soon as I start recording, I'm like, oh, no, that plan's junk. Let's try another one. So now, is there any chance I can get this thing next to this rake? This is a big piece of equipment with a fairly long drawbar, so it's not horrible to turn, but it's got turning axles and the wheels are dead in the back, so. Well, looks like this may actually function, so. At least it'll be under cover here, you know, sort of out of the rain and whatnot. It's less likely to get all, you know, gummed up because it's going to sit here for quite a while before I use it again. All right, that will work. So let's go and grab our seeder. And we'll start seeding these fields with alfalfa. And we can start with the lag. because for some reason I get an awful amount of lag with these with alfalfa on this map, you know. But I don't want to leave the fields bare for the winter. It's not good for the fields, first of all. You know, it really the wind and the weather and everything will really strip all the nutrients out of them. Plus, you know, the soil will naturally outgas nitrates and stuff into the atmosphere, and then the rainwater will wash it into the groundwater and everything, and you don't want that. So just makes sense to get some sort of crop on the fields. I don't want to put grass because, I mean, even though I'm going to plow it anyway, you know, and it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather not put grass. It's a little easier to work with alfalfa, so. I just got to fill this thing up. Then we're going to fill up those potato boxes, and I'm going to move them over to this shed over here to the left, you know, because it's kind of a cool, dark place, and it's undercover and everything, so it should be okay. Whoops. I keep forgetting how little this thing holds. It only holds 800 liters of seeds, which is nothing. I could buy a bigger seeder, I suppose, especially now with the home field being bigger, and I may do that, but I think my very first priority for buying stuff needs to be either, well, sort of in this order. Well, maybe not in this order, but a tractor, some more dairy cows, and at least one more field. So, but we do have a couple of sources of money. We have the silage over at the BGA that needs to go in there, and I'll probably do that off screen. Set up Courseplay to do that one day and just kind of, you know, let it do its thing while I go do other stuff. You know, and then we have all the potatoes to sell because I'm only going to fill up 4 boxes, so it isn't going to be too bad. Now, I believe that the course that I set up for this starts over here, I think. We will find out. Let's see. I think, what did home field 3.1 meters? Is that what I want? Is this 3.1 meters? 3.1 meters. That's the course I want. Yep, okay. So, field 1, 3.1 meters. Nope, this one. And put it on fertilize and seeding, and put it on so that I can see the start and end. Where's the start point? Where is the start point? I thought it was over here. Obviously it is not. Oh, I'm on field 1. Are you a big dummy? It's not field 1, silly. It's home field. I don't have a... Oh, there it is. Home field 3.1. That's the one I want. Okay, now, where's the start point for this? I think it's over here, if I'm not mistaken. Which, obviously, I am. Where is it? Is it over here? Oh, there it is. I'll find it eventually. Can you imagine? I mean, you know, obviously that doesn't happen with a real farmer. With a real farmer, will pull up to the edge of the field, you know, set his GPS and go. You know, but of course with Courseplay, you've got to have a defined start point and a defined end point. So, okay, let's try this. Let's check the speed. I don't want it seeding at 14 miles an hour. That'll work. First waypoint and drive the course, please. No, not grass, not grass, not grass, not grass. Stop, driver. Ah, I did it again, huh? Didn't even bother to look to see. There we go. That's what I want. Jeez. Gonna have another little grass patch in the field. Oh well. That's what you get for not paying attention, BP. Okay, can we plant alfalfa now? Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'll probably leave less of a headland. This is set up to go around the headlands anyway, obviously, and I'll probably leave much less of a headland this time than I did the last time, just because with the alfalfa, you know, I'm going to plow it in anyway, so it's not really going to matter. Is this got an offset on it? I bet it does, right? Yep, it does. No. Jeez, BP, come on. I'm having all kinds of trouble today, huh? I don't want an offset at all. No offset. Don't need an offset. I was wondering why it was leaving such a big space. Now I know. And unfortunately, because of the texture of the potato remnants on the field, you can't really see exactly what it's doing, you know? So I know it's planting, but I can't really see it. So I guess we'll find out when it starts to grow how much I missed. Okay, so now we've got the offset off. I'm sure I'll have a strip there that I missed. And because of the new shape of this field, it's going to have to make some weird turns and whatnot, you know. And with multi-terrain angle, that's kind of, you know, unfortunate because it leaves some weird rows. But I can always come and straighten it out at the end, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, that seems to be working. Well, and there's really nothing for him to hit, so I just have to keep an eye on him because he'll probably run out of seeds before he gets to the end of this. So, all right, so let's go ahead and test out this. Now, I have not used these boxes. I have no idea, you know, how they're going to work or anything. I know they weren't too bad to move. As you can see over there, I've got the pallet forks from the CZ mod set. You know, the newest CZ mod set. Those are really good. They work really, really easily. You know, so. No weirdness with those. You don't have to build them or anything. You know, they are adjustable, as all their stuff is, but they were the right sort of distance apart for these boxes. So these are not the most realistic boxes in the sense that they say, you know, potatoes and sugar beets on them and whatnot. But I think the writing is on there because they have a specific way that you can lift them with the pallet forks that come with the pack. So I just didn't use those pallet forks. So. Now, am I over this enough to actually dump in there? What's going on here? Are they... So I just lost a whole bunch of potatoes. Where'd they go? I'm pretty much over the box. What's the problem there? Oh, there we go. I wasn't over the box enough, apparently. I have no idea how much they hold. That looks kind of full to me, but it may not be. I don't know, so... Yeah, I figure I'll fill up 4 of these. That should be enough to fill up the seeder, the planter come the next time I plant potatoes. So, as you guys know, I'm not the best loader operator in the world to begin with. So, I'd love to be able to do this in the cab, but there's no way I could probably find the trigger on this thing, on these boxes from the cab. So, gonna have to do it from the best view I can, I guess. Oh. Am I, is that full now? Okay. Any chance I can get this next one? I didn't really line these up particularly well, did I? Go figure. Okay. So, they don't hold very much, but they don't really need to either. You know, it's not going to take a ton of them, a ton of potatoes to reseed these fields, so. I just thought this would be interesting to show. Something I've never done before, so. And then we will start, we'll find out where these need to go. I guess I'll go on the other side to fill them up now. We'll move these to the shed, I should say. And then we will see where the potatoes are selling. And we'll go sell the potatoes. I should have took this wall down. But I wanted to leave it for the potatoes. Just so that they didn't they didn't start running away on me. I can't see. Jeez, BP. I mean, it's, you know, it's 1:15. I will say this. I was up till about 3:30 in the morning playing Space Engineers, building a ship. Well, finishing a ship that I've been working on, actually. And I'm going to make a video tour of it, because I keep saying I'm going to show you guys some of my Space Engineers stuff, even though I'm not the most confident Space Engineers builder in the world, you know, because there is so much amazing Space Engineers stuff out there that sometimes I look at my stuff and be like, yeah, okay, so you built a big box. Good job, BP. But I kind of like this one, and I think I'll do a video of it to show you guys kind of what it's about and everything and what it looks like and all that. So, so I was up really late and I was up really early, you know, whatever, wah, 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 right? So if I'm as, you know, unfocused as I normally am, I apologize. I could have definitely set this up better. I did not leave myself much room to maneuver in here, but okay. Don't need a full scoop to fill these up, but let's try to get a little better of an angle on this. See, this is the one thing about these buildings. The the front legs of these buildings stick way out. And it's funny because the guys who installed it, the sort of the boss, the foreman of the job who came with the guys that installed it said that too. He's like, wow, he says, you're not leaving yourself a lot of room here. And I'm like, no, I realize that. But, you know, okay, it is what it is. You know, the discount I got was worth the slight inconvenience of closing off some of my driving space over here. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to drop these, if I can. Yep, okay, very good. Pick up the forks and move them over to the shed that I want to put them in. And they can sit there until we put potatoes back in the ground again. At some point I need to clean up this yard, too, get everything parked up, cleaned up, and parked back up again. Oh, now I got to do this. Otherwise it won't let me work. Okay, here we go. Now the fun bit. Trying to find a view that you can have a little depth perception, know where the forks are, get them low enough to get under the box. There we go. Not pretty, but it works. I guess I could have got the other forks that I could pick 2 of these up at a time, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that. These boxes are pretty good to work with. I haven't had any issues with them, but no sense taking, you know, making more of a chance for stuff to go wrong. So the saddle will be coming down in about a week. I've got a company coming down to take it apart and unwire it and all that, and get it ready for transport. And then I was talking to the guy who bought it, and he's going to send a truck, or a couple of trucks actually, down to pick it up. So it's going to be a big process, you know. But I'll be glad to see it go, you know. Instead of costing me money, it'll make me a little bit finally, so. It's so tricky to see. You can't, you know, because of the distance, the clip distances and everything on the map, you know, and I'm glad they're set the way they are, because if they were set much higher, obviously my computer would probably struggle with it a little bit. But it makes it a little tricky because every time you scroll around views, you end up looking, you know, trying to look through a building. So I think that'll be a good place to leave those. You know, it's fairly cool, it's fairly dark, and they can just sit there until maybe spring, you know, and we put some more potatoes in the ground somewhere. Definitely going to put sugar beets in the ground at some point, so I want to buy a new field for that, and I just need to find out what is going to be a good field to do it in. Oops, not low enough, BP. Still not low enough. There we go. Yeah, if you look at these boxes, you can see that one side has writing and one side doesn't. I believe they were designed to go on one of those box tipple things that tip the boxes over into the cedars, and I think that's why there's writing on one side, because that would be the side you'd have to pick them up on. If I remember from the description right, I've had these for a little while now, and I don't really remember exactly what it said, but I think that was the idea. I didn't get these on the forks particularly straight, did I? It doesn't say how much they hold in the HUD. I kind of wish it did, so I had an idea. And it's not very much, but, you know, I think 4 boxes will be more than enough, so. Plenty of room in here. Might as well park them sort of next to each other, I guess. Even though this one's going to be really crooked, but oh well. Maybe I can straighten it out. Oh, yeah, a little bit. There we go. That'll do. I keep meaning to change the view on this tractor too. It's slightly off, and it's funny, you know, you get used to a certain view, right? And then when you get into a tractor that the camera's been altered on, and you're like, oh, it's just it tingles something in your brain every single time, or at least for me anyway. You know, it's just not quite right. Oh. Lower, lower. There we go. That'll do. probably pick those up a little bit so I don't catch them on every bump in the road. Well, apparently the seeding operation is going well. The sowing operation is going well because I haven't had any pop-ups, so. That view's not going to work. Well, that's better. No, but you need to come off, though. Oh, this was going so well, and I've made such a mess of it. Go figure. What's the story here? Oh, now we've got bouncing boxes. Not good. Come on. You know, that'd be another case of having some depth perception would be awesome. And then you've got sort of the weirdness of the map itself and the ground on this map. You know, as you may know, the Marshall, we're having issues with the Marshall stuff kind of sinking into the ground, you know. And these forks like to sink into the ground, too. I don't know, and it's the only map that it really happens on. I don't know. I can remember David Oldfield talking about it quite a while ago when he was sort of previewing this map before it came out. Something about the water plane and things like that. And, you know, and it's a minor inconvenience. It certainly is not enough to make me say, all right, I don't want to play in this map anymore, you know. You know, nothing, you know, there's always got to be a compromise. You know, I've learned that just in the last couple of weeks that I've been editing this map, you know. Stuff that I'd like very much to do, but, you know, that I just either can't do or, you know, just doesn't work the way I want it to. So you have to make compromises, you know. And as I've said over and over and over again, OEB did such an amazing job on this map. So a little tiny inconvenience like that is nothing, and it's completely understandable. Geez, 22 minutes, really? You washed it? You washed the potato harvester, you set up a seeder, and you moved 4 boxes. Jeez, BP, you are so slow. Farming, right? It's not racing, it's farming. Everything takes a certain amount of time. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. See, again, depth perception, right? Couldn't see exactly where the forks were and which way they were pointed, so there we go. And it could also be, there is a certain, I sort of have a thought that these forks are, the way they're designed, it could very well be that they catch the ground too, you know? So, you know, everything obviously has to have a collision on it, otherwise you couldn't lift anything with them. So, you know, and very often, obviously, you know, the mod makers don't all get together and have a convention and say, hey, you know, let's put all our collisions on this, at this point. You know what I mean? Although, to be honest, would that be so bad? Mod convention, that's it. There you go. Farming Simulator 15 mod convention. Everybody get together, you know, and set up and sort of agree on a set of standards, you know, about collisions and things like that, attach points and all that kind of stuff. And then we can have mods that all work together. Yay, that'd be awesome. Okay. Now, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I suppose the first thing I should probably do is go see how he's doing. Oh, he's down to 294, so okay. Now, what I'm wondering is, how is he going to go to the other side of the field? I forgot. I suppose if we take a look at the, these, scroll out a little bit. Is he going to go to the end of this field and then come all the way back around to do the other side? I think that's what's going to happen. I'm not 100% certain about that, but that may be what's going to happen. The soil pH is good on this. The soil moisture is not bad. The nutrients are okay. Again, don't want to spend a lot of money putting nutrients on alfalfa that's just for fertilizer anyway. I'm just curious to see what he's going to do when he gets to the end of this field. Is he going to make some weird loop and go all the way around? Because I don't know that I don't remember if I actually ran this course or not. Because this is the first time I've actually seeded this whole field, obviously. So, You know what? I don't have it either. I'm going to have to order some sort of seed overloader too, because it's going to get to the point where driving back to refill this is going to become, you know, just not great. So I should get some kind of seed overloader. Oh, I have a seed overloader actually. Are you an idiot? Yes. Never mind. I was thinking of a different one, but I actually have one. So when he gets empty, I can actually just come out here and refill him. Now, what are you doing here now? And obviously, this is an odd-shaped field, and I did use the, you know, create new field edge tool in courseplay. So, you know, God only knows what he's actually going to do now. Now he's going to run around and do the headlands and make a weird turn, miss a whole bunch, and then go straight back across the field. Yeah. I mean, I don't have so much of an issue with this, except for the fact that he's reseeding stuff he's already done, you know? But my biggest thing is that the other half of the field gets done. You know? No, seed the whole field, please. Ah, that grass patch. I can't believe I did that. Again, that's the second time I've done it. I have a grass patch over on field 3 too, with the same exact reason. Just going to watch this for a minute and see exactly what's going to happen here. Actually, do these even go to the other side of the field? Oh, they don't. Oh, this is the old one. Yeah, this is the... Okay, so, all right, well, very good. Then I will just do the other half separately. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, I thought I'd made one for the entire field. But I hadn't, obviously, because I haven't seeded this yet. So I made a harvest course for the potato harvester, but that was it. So yeah, okay. Yep, I get it. I get it now. Normally, I would stop him about here because, you know, to leave a little headland. But with the alfalfa, I'm going to let him go all the way to the edge of the field. I think that'll be fine. I should have looked at the seed calculator, see how much seed it was actually going to take to do this, so I would have a better idea. I think he should have enough, though. Okay, well, do your thing, do your thing. While I figure out what I'm going to use to, let's see. Do we use the Unimog to haul potatoes? Sure, why not? Let's find out where potatoes are selling. 143,000 liters left, so 8,000 liters, little under 8,000 liters for those 4 boxes. Not too bad. Let's see. Where are we selling them? Oh, and the price is down. $341 at the freight yard, $443 at OEB Limited. Is that the best we're going to do? Up the pub, $496. Transport company, so $496 at the pub. Well, the price is down. It's going to be down a lot more because obviously I'm going to be bringing a lot of potatoes. So now, do I go to the dairy farm, get the conveyor, and use the yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I think that'll be the quickest way to do it. I mean, yes, and I know what you're all thinking. Well, BP, didn't you take the conveyors out of there? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But I wasn't expecting to have quite that many potatoes, so I figured, you know, loading them with a loader would not be so bad. But I think because I have so many, it's just going to be quicker to do it with the conveyor. So, gonna have to make a new course for that home field now, one that actually encompasses the entire field. So probably what I'll do is we'll probably sell a few loads of these potatoes in this episode, and then in the next episode we'll continue the seeding. I'll finish selling the potatoes off screen. You know, no sense showing you every single trip back and forth to the pub. You know, we haven't been to the pub to sell anything. I've spent numerous hours in the pub. Ask Mike. You know, I'm in there pretty much every night. Not always to drink either. You know what I mean? A lot of times it's just to go in there to eat. You know, because I just don't feel like cooking. As I've said over and over again, you know, I live alone, and you know, there's times I just don't feel like cooking. So I go down there, and their food is really good. You know, I'll have a drink or whatever, kind of unwind after a long, hard day on the farm, and have something to eat. So Oh, geez, BP. One of these days, I really need to clean up this mess. Oh, please let me hook this up because it's a trigger. I know it's a trigger. I know. You're not going to let me hook this up, are you? Ah, crap. Okay, well, I got a fix for that, which I could have just done in the first place. I forgot, don't park stuff in a trigger. That's the #1 rule. Oh, all right. Now I just got to scroll around till I find it here. Jeez, it doesn't look like I have this much stuff on the farm, but when you scroll through this screen, you see how much stuff you actually have. How come did I go buy it? Or is it not showing up because it's on a trigger? Oh no. Come on, where is it? It being on a trigger shouldn't make a difference, but I think maybe it does. Oh, that's my own fault for parking it in a silage pit, I guess. I suppose, yeah, it's not going to show up, is it? Darn it, because it should be right in this area somewhere. And it's just not showing up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, silliness is about to ensue, everybody. Again, pro YouTuber, cut this part out. Oh, I'm an idiot. I parked the conveyor in a trigger. Bad, right? BP YouTuber. Nah, let's just see if we can shove it out of here. At least up past the trigger. First thing I need to do is get it so I can get behind it. What did BP do in this episode? He shoved his very expensive conveyor around for half an hour. Oh, the Puma is now out of seeds. Okay. All right, I just need you to go forward just like that. That'll work perfect. Just go. Come on. Oh, this is so unprofessional. Come on. There you go. Just get the attach point out of the trigger, and I can grab it. And I will never park it in here again. Okay, that should be far enough out of the trigger now. Don't try that at home, kids, especially with your expensive Marhu conveyor. Geez, you know, with all the time I spent doing this, I could have loaded 2 loads with the bucket. There we go. We got it. All right. Now, can we get it out of here? That's one thing about this Unimog. It's really good, but it does not turn very well. And of course, when you've got this much stuff jammed into this small of a space, chaos is bound to ensue. And I don't want to move those triggers or take them out because I believe if you start taking silage triggers out of the map, it does something to the animals. I seem to remember reading that somewhere. Also, I may at some point decide to do pit silage. I like doing silage with bales. I enjoy it because I enjoy the process of baling and of wrapping and all that. I really like that stuff. But you know, at some point, if the dairy herd gets really big, I may have to do pit silage because bales just won't cut it. So I was having a conversation with Mike about the Ramblers Association and about how, again, I have not had a visit from them. I've been to their website and read the guidelines about right-of-ways and things like that. And he's having a bridle path issue where he's got apparently on his farm, he's got an opening that, is a complete right-of-way, runs right through the middle of his main yard, I guess. So what I'm going to do is, because I had said to him, I don't think I have that issue because, as you guys know, I'm getting ready to install gates and whatnot on the, on all my openings here. But I think I'm going to check with them, have somebody come out and take a walk around the yard here and make sure that we're not going to have that issue. Okay, I haven't used this in a while. I forgot how to use it. J, first of all, get it unfolded. Now I need to raise it up. Hopefully this will fit under. Of course, it is adjustable, so it's going to fit under there regardless. That should be high enough to get under a tipper. Now I need to disconnect from it so I can grab it from the other side and back it in to the potatoes. That is one absolutely handy thing about this thing. The fact that it has two drawbars on it, so you can grab it from either side to kind of move it into position to where it needs to be. Ooh, fence. Fence. I suppose I could take that fence down and let my chickens kind of free range a little bit, you know? They got plenty of room to roam over there. They don't really go too far anyway. Speaking of that, I should probably sell all these eggs I have too. Because, you know, as we all know, eggs are better than gold, so. Now the fun part. This thing does not like to back up on this particular drawbar. On the other hitch, it's not bad. On this one, it's a bear to back up. Because what you have is you've got the big drive wheel, you know, not the drive wheels, but the sort of road wheels on the front, and then these little tiny casters on the back that are not particularly responsive, as you can see. Trying not to flip it over. Oh, is this going to work? That's not going to work. I'm going to flip it over. Easy, very expensive, not particularly, you know, fragile, but very expensive, and I don't want to break it. All right, nice and slow, BP, nice and slow. Okay. There we go. Now, turn it on, first of all, and get the lag spike that you get with this thing. It's just the way it is. Because obviously it's got to load, you know, it's got to load everything up and everything. Now, I will not leave the Unimog here. Obviously I can't because I'm going to need to use it. So we will disconnect from that. That will stay running. We'll get in the Unimog, go grab the Dazor tipper, and take a couple of loads to the pub, I guess. And we will call this an episode. In the next episode, we will be continuing the seeding. Oh, I got to refill the seeder, too. Don't let me forget that, guys. We'll continue the seeding. We will probably go down and sell all our animals. And then we'll muck out. We'll clean out the sheds and everything. Makes more sense to clean them out when all the animals are gone. Speaking of muck, I need to go up to Mike's and get a load of muck. I'll probably do that later today, maybe, after all the potatoes are sold. So he was gracious enough to offer me a couple of loads of muck. So says he's got plenty of it up at his dairy farm, which makes sense. I have quite a bit now too, but I need more. So I really want to muck these fields, and it would be cool to kind of let it sit somewhere and kind of compost over the winter, you know. So all right, now got to get this in the right spot. I don't really want to fill up the back, but it's going to fill it up anyway, so okay, there we go. Perfect. Very good. Yeah, that'll be a lot quicker. That'll be a lot quicker. If you're going to do this, BP, you could have just left the conveyors in there. I know. I know. All right, off to the pub. At least I am very familiar with how to get to the pub. It's 12:06. I hope they, you know what, though? The pub is really good. Not like the hotel, where if you showed up at, I think they stopped taking deliveries at 11:30, somewhere around there, maybe in the morning. And if you show up at 11:31, they will chase you out. The people who own the pub and the people who work there are awesome. You know, they're very good for the community. Most of us hang out there, you know. Not hang out, but go there quite a bit. You know, just to talk and to be, you know, kind of have some community, you know, and things like that. And it's a lot of fun. You know, me and Mike, that's where me and Mike do most of our talking, unless one of us goes up to each other's farm, you know. Mike's place isn't too far away from here. You know, about 15 miles to his sort of main, you know, to his house, to his farmyard. So not too long of a trip, you know. We'll be coming down here to the slaughterhouse here with our animals in the next episode. So I also want to spray some slurry on these. I may cut those meadows one more time. You know, get sort of a fifth cut off them. It's going to be bad, but I may do it and then spread slurry on them, I guess. So lots to do still here as we close up on winter in Old Ridge, on our first full year here on Old Ridge. So now hopefully this place isn't jammed up with people and cars and everything, because sometimes this can be a little tricky to get into. Nope, looks like a slow day here on the pub. It is Sunday, you know. The pub will probably heat up in a couple of hours, so I kind of want to get this done before they get busy, because I don't want to be in the way, obviously. All right, and we will unload this. Money, 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 money. Thank you very much, pub. I've given you enough money. Now you can give me some of it back. Ah, $100,000. Yay, I haven't seen $100,000 in this on this farm in quite a while. So $77.69 for that load. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I will take it. I think we'll do one more. Do one more load, and then I will call this an episode. As I've said, in the next episode, we will be seeding still. We will be mucking out the animals, or selling the animals, I'm sorry. If there's time after that, we'll muck them out. And then if there's time after that, which I don't think there will be, but if there is, we'll be mowing. If not, we'll mow in the next episode. And then I will spread some manure. And we'll just keep going on with the winter maintenance-y stuff that needs to be done. Got to remember to refill that seeder, though. Probably one of the last things we'll do towards the end of the winter, you know, that I keep talking about, the winter, quote-unquote, will be to either buy another field, buy some more cows, or buy another tractor. And that's all going to depend on how much money we ultimately end up with after everything is sold. After the... why did I go this way? Because you're a doofus, I guess. After the potatoes are sold, after the animals are sold, after the silage has all been paid out, you know, from the BGA, so... Oh, I didn't dump the load that was in the Unimog. Oh well, I would have had to disconnect the trailer for that anyway, so not a big deal. Oh, actually, I don't know. I may not have to. I'll have to try when we take this load up. Otherwise, I'll just sit in there and I'll forget about them. I'll have a bunch of rotten potatoes in the back of my Unimog. All right. We will bring these up, and we will call this an episode. Again, guys, I want to thank you. You know, the channel is, wow, sentence maybe, the number of new subscribers in the last probably 15 days has just been amazing. You know, and welcome to every single one of you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome, you know, to the channel. Hopefully, you guys like what you see. You know, and please feel free to comment on any of the videos. You know, there's 400 videos. I will say that the YouTube notifications are still broken. You know, I'm not getting notifications. I do check. I do get them through my email. And then, of course, you know, in the video manager part of YouTube, you know, with your analytics and all that, you can there's a tab where you can check on your messages and your comments and everything. And I check that multiple times a day now. So. Don't worry, I am seeing your comments. You know, if I don't reply right away, it's only because I'm not getting the sort of instant notifications that I used to get. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They've got this whole YouTube gaming thing going on now, and, you know, they're obviously focusing on other things than making YouTube run right, I guess. So, whatever, you know, it's kind of out of my control, but I am definitely seeing your comments, and I am replying to them as quickly as I see them, so keep them coming. Keep the likes coming, you know. If you're new to the channel and you just stopped by and you said, hey, you know, I'll check this out, Old Ridge Farm Farming Simulator, why not? You know, and you like what you see, make sure you click the like button. It helps me and the channel out immensely. Also, consider subscribing. It's the best way of being notified of when I make a video, which is pretty much every day. Although I say that, and I don't know if that's working out or not for you guys. You know, maybe you guys can let me know if YouTube's being wonky about that too. And if it is, I apologize. But if you follow me on the Facebook page, Bipolar Profit Gaming on Facebook. Every time I post a video, I put up a link to that. I also put it up on my Twitter at Bipolar Profit. If you follow me, I'll be glad to follow you back. You know what I just realized? We need a thumbnail. Oh, this is not going to be a great one, is it? We need a thumbnail, but let's see. How do we get a good thumbnail out of this? Can we back up a little bit, maybe? Silly trees. Oh, that's not going to be a good thumbnail. Well, you know what we'll do? I'm going to violate the rules of the pub here a little bit, just so I can take a good picture. Can I get, let's see, Alt-H? Oh, that's going to be in the way. Going to have to clone that out, too. I'd really like to get... it's not great, but it'll do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so if you guys are not getting notified about the videos through YouTube, I apologize for that. Again, there's not much I can do about that until YouTube straightens its shit out. But the Facebook page and the Twitter page, I put up every time I post a video, the link goes up on those pages, so you'll always know when there's a new video, which is pretty much every day. And remember, guys, you guys will be seeing this on Sunday. The voting will most likely be over by the time you guys see this. And hopefully on Monday or Tuesday, we'll be starting on whatever map you guys pick. And I can tell you the voting is really close. So if you have a favorite out of those 5 maps that are on that straw poll, you need to vote to make sure it gets, that it gets picked, because the voting is very, very close. And thank you so much, guys, for all your votes. It's so cool. This has been a lot of fun, and I'm going to keep doing this because I've really enjoyed this process. And as always, thank you for coming to the channel, for liking, for commenting, for subscribing, for everything, for the support, for the love, for the suggestions, the tips, everything, the information, all the stuff you guys leave me. It's awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you for making me a part of your YouTube day. And this is the Bipolar Prophet saying, see you later.